Trevor! We have to be leaving soon. Trevor!
I'm coming!
What are you doing? You can't wear that to a funeral.
I have to go into work. Something's come up.
They gave you the day off. Trevor, both of us are expected.
I have to go in. What can I do?
Will you just have to hold the fort till I get in? No, I don't know what time. You do realise I actually collapsed at work yesterday. Oh, don't be so wet, Nancy. And I don't want you waiving any fines. I know what you're like.
You promised me you'd set aside a day for this.
I said if I was on top of everything at work.
You didn't say that. I'm sick of you cancelling at the last minute.
I can't just take time off at the drop of a hat.
Drop of a hat. Kerry was my best friend. All I'm asking is for you to be there for me, just this once. Can't you do that?
Look, worst case scenario, I'll make it back to David's after the service.
Just don't make any more promises, please. Go and do what you have to do. You need to decide what your priorities are.
I'm handling it.
Maybe you are.
There you go. Ye of little faith. I told you we'd make it on time.
Just about.
Oh, come on. What's a bit of stress when we're saving the planet? There's no point in taking 2 cars on the road all the time.
Quite right. No, you are. You're right.
Am I picking you up here tonight or at your office?
He will do just fine.
You probably did tell me what you're doing here today.
Yes, I did. Several times. They're having some staffing issues, so they've asked me to spend the day observing.
Ooh, staff are going to love that.
Yeah, well, I'm going in undercover.
Very James Bond.
Yeah, bye.
Watch out, your gun holster's showing.
Buenos días. ¿Puede recomendar un buen hotel? ¿Puede recomendar un buen restaurante? ¿Está lejos? Muchas gracias. Oh.
If you take that one. Okay.
I want to see Dr. Woodson.
Miss Cross, do you have an appointment?
No, I don't.
Oh, right. It's just, we're expecting to be quite busy today.
Well, don't you try and fob me off again. It's absolutely imperative I see Dr. Woodson.
Okay, we have a cancellation at 10. Would that be all right?
It'll have to be, won't it?
Okay, take a seat for me.
Buenos días, senora.
Oh, hello, Mr. Burnage. You're with Dr. Clay today, is that right?
That's right. Make sure I'm fighting fit for the big plumbing job. All new pipes and pistons. Morning.
Oh, yeah, here we are, 9:40.
Or Nueva Cuarenta de la Mañana.
Oh, very impressive. You planning a holiday?
Oh, yes. Barcelona, have you been there? Oh, architecture's breathtaking.
This will be your centre of operations for the day, Ronaldo. Your HQ. Usually doubles as a cleaning cupboard. Only kidding. Actually, it's Trevor Pearson's office. He's off for the day, so you won't be disturbed.
I knew Trevor in London. He's good. He's very good. Must be an asset to the team.
I couldn't possibly comment. Anyway, I'm sure when you've had a look round, you'll soon find where the dead wood lies.
So where's Trevor today?
Funeral.
Oh, not family.
Not even friend of the wife.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too.
Well, look, I'll start having a look through this lot, see if I can get a feel for what's been happening here, and we can talk later.
You'll spot the weakest link in no time, I'm sure.
Mi primer nieto. My first grandkid. First phrase I learnt, that.
Yeah. You can see you're a proud granddad.
Oh, yes, I've always liked kids, me. I do the Father Christmas thing every year for the round table.
How old is he now, little Jack?
7 weeks and 3 days. Oh, and he was born at exactly 6:35 in the morning, so that makes him...
Don't forget to take the time difference into account.
Oh, yes. No, it's got me licked.
It's too early for math. Anyway, sounds like Mum and Baby are doing well.
Water birth they had. Poor little Mike must have thought he was a mackerel. But that's our Laura. She's always one for experimenting. Luckily, I missed that. I intend to be there for the christening, though.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, it does look increasingly likely now you're booked in for the operation. And with any luck, you might be able to start thinking about making your travel arrangements soon.
Oh, that's all sorted.
Really?
I've got the tickets. I've left plenty of time for recuperating.
No, you've remembered to fast for your cholesterol check later today with the nurse.
Oh, yes. It's like King Kong singing in the bath down there. You don't think anything will show up, do you?
Oh, should be just fine. It's just standard procedure.
Ningún problema, Doctor. Ningún problema.
Oh, no, listen, I'm just going to grab a quick coffee and I'll be right back.
OK, no, you've got Miss Drainscoe at 9:45.
Oh, God. Oh, Miss Cross, are you feeling any better today?
Oh, the caring doctor. Having a nice tea break, are we?
If you want to take a seat, I'll be right with you.
Don't worry about me. I was just wondering when I might get a date for my operation, which you told me I'd hear about straight away.
No, I didn't say that.
But obviously, the well-being of your patients is the last thing on your mind.
Miss Cross, I understand your anxiety.
What a pity I'm not called Woodson. That'd get things moving, eh? That'd oil the wheels, I bet, if I was some little Woodson brat who needed a new heart valve.
All right, that's enough. As I told you yesterday, you will receive news of your operation as soon as possible. Now, I understand that that is not good enough, and I'm sorry about that, but that is the system. But what I won't have is patients coming in here, shouting the odds and intimidating the staff. We have very strict rules about that kind of thing, and they will be enforced. Am I clear?
It's time for you 9:45.
Thank you, Donna. Mr. Ainscough, would you like to come through?
Oh. Sorry.
No, come in. This is Ronnie Woodson. He admits to knowing you.
Yeah, Ronnie. It's good to see you again.
Trevor, how are you?
I'm good. I heard you joined the firm. I meant to ferret you out.
Yeah, well, I've got to you first. Well, I'm surprised to find you here today.
Yeah, shouldn't you be off paying your respects?
Yeah, I'll be joining Judy later.
I'm sorry to hear about a friend.
Yeah, shame. Pass on my sympathies, won't you? Ronnie's here helping me with some casework.
Yeah, but only for today. Look, Trevor, I'll get out of your way. You can have your office back.
No. Trevor can find somewhere else to perch, can't he, Slim?
Absolutely not. I can make campaign.
Barney, it's no problem.
Good man. Oh, by the way, that report on the Sanson Street project, I don't seem to have found it on my desk yet.
You said Friday?
No, I said today, definitely.
You only gave me the backrot stuff yesterday. How am I saying?
Hey, don't sweat it, Slim. You could have finished it in the time you've been standing here debating with me.
Welcome to my world.
You all right?
You're the first person in this place who's bothered to ask me that. I could die tomorrow, and nobody'd care. Nobody. Perhaps it'd be better if I was out of everybody's way.
Oi, don't talk like that. Got to stay positive, yeah? Have you had anything about your operation yet?
Oh,
Come on, I'll do it.
thank you. You're very kind.
There you go. Let's try and keep focused on the positive thoughts, shall we? Oh, come on, come here.
Yeah, Trevor Pearson.
It's me.
Hi.
I can't believe you're still there.
When are you going to get away?
I'm really pushing to be away in the next couple of hours or so.
You'll be all right?
I'll have to be. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about helping David
Get through this.
But he's got family there.
Yes, Trevor, but sometimes friends count as well, don't they? Friends he thought he could rely on.
Tell him I'm really sorry
I couldn't make it to the service.
But you'll be here later, so you can tell him yourself.
I'm going to have to go.
Yeah, so you might need one of these.
Oh, right. Thanks.
You look as if you could do with a break. Have you been settling in here?
I'm settling in fine.
I know they like to keep the pressure on in this place.
It's the way I like it. Challenge.
I remember that about you. What about Judy? What's she up to these days?
She's an educational psychiatrist. You know, problems in schools, that kind of thing.
This funeral, is it a close friend?
Very close.
How's she doing?
Oh, great. She's spending a lot of time with the husband, David. He's not really coping. He phones a lot, and she goes around to see him. They talk. She gets him out of the house. A meal, a walk. I'm sure it helps Judy, too.
So she would have appreciated you being there today?
Yeah. You know, it almost feels as if I'm intruding. She's better at these things. She and David always have so much to talk about. I don't really know what I could do to help.
At least she would have seen that you were trying.
Yeah. Hello, Slim. What can I do you for?
Have you managed to look at it yet?
Have you sent it through yet?
Half an hour ago.
Oh, right. Let's have a look. There, here it is. Let's print it off. Take away off your pin, Slim. Huh?
So?
Just doesn't really do it for me, Slim.
Can you show me what the problem is, exactly?
Sure. Sure, listen, come back at 5 o'clock and I'll have a marked up copy for you. Little red circles and everything.
Steve, I promised I'd try and make it to the wake later.
What for? You've missed the best bit.
Is this all a joke to you?
Hey! Like I told you, Slim, don't sweat it. Look, you can manage your time far more effectively if you just stop flapping. I know you can handle the workload. It just worries me when you fly off the handle. Look, I've spoken to Ted Riley. He agrees with me that your contribution should be properly recognised. Well, you're not going to blow it, are you, Trevor?
Oh, 7 weeks old, eh? Bet you can't wait to see him, eh? What part of Spain are they in?
Oh, Barcelona.
Oh, like the song?
Like the song. What song's that?
You know, the one with Freddie Mercury and... Oh, what's her name? Barcelona.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor, call me when you get this message. We're at David's house now. Worst case scenario, remember?
Does it seem all right? Can you see anything?
You can't tell just by looking at it. Gotta send it away first. Should get the results in a few days.
Of course, yeah.
It'll be all right, you know.
Think so?
Yeah. Slum course for the big day.
It's just what Dr. Clay said. I must admit, I did have a touch of the heebie-jeebies about coming to see you.
Well, I'm not that scary, am I?
Well, you never can tell, can you? Could be a tribal witch doctor for all I know.
Come in. You still here?
Just need to find a couple of documents.
Help yourself.
Why is nothing ever where I left it?
Well, my wife blames the mess monster. Says he comes in when she's not looking.
Miss Ronnie, thank you. I know it's my responsibility to keep things in order.
Hey, Trevor, it's okay. I'm only kidding.
Sorry, it's one of those days.
Well, why don't you go home? You're just running around in circles here.
Ah.
But I still think you should go. I think in the circumstances, I can explain to Steve. He can wait for that.
Nah, I need to finish it. I want to ask you something. In confidence.
Sure.
You and Steve seem friendly. He tells me he's had words with Ted Riley. It may mean promotion, I don't know. Have you heard anything? Right. Point taken. I shouldn't have put you on the spot.
It's over, Trevor. If you get this message, don't come. Because I won't be here.
Laura? Hi, love. I've been given the once-over and it's looking good. Everything's still on course. 3 weeks, yeah. And a bit of time for recuperating and then I shall be right as rain. Yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, you better start stocking up on the sangria.
I've read over this a couple of times now. To be honest, I don't really see what's wrong with it.
It's the general tone of it. He's come crying to you now, has he?
No, I accessed this myself. That's part of my brief. I think this is a good report, and to be honest, I wouldn't expect anything less from Trevor.
Oh, it's not just that. That was supposed to be on my desk first thing this morning.
What is the urgency with this? Because I checked the status of it myself. There's no movement with Sanderson until next week at the earliest.
Look, you're a soft touch, Ron. But that doesn't wash with Ted Riley. Trevor might have been a big hot shot back in the Jurassic period, but he ain't got it anymore.
Which is why you told him you'd recommended him for promotion, presumably.
Hardly. You've seen him. He's unsightly, he's overweight. What kind of an image does that give? You know what I'm talking about. At least we managed to look the part.
Well, I'm about done here. I'll make my report over the next couple of days, outlining my recommendations.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking for Trevor. I'm his wife.
Oh, hi. I think he's in a meeting. I'm Ronnie Woodson. I worked with Trevor at Marshall Lucas.
Oh, yes, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm sorry to hear about your friend.
Thank you.
Well, look, please, have a seat. Trevor's been trying to join you all day, but things have been difficult for him.
Have they?
Well, he has been dealing with a lot of pressures here. Most of it more than should have been expected of him.
What do you mean?
Well, we're having a review. I'm sure Trevor must have talked to you about some of the difficulties.
Trevor doesn't really do talking these days.
Well, I know he feels terrible about what happened today. But I'll see if I can find him.
Yeah, can't fault that. That's fine.
Right. I'll be back in tomorrow.
Sure. Before you go, been having a little trouble with these. See if you can work your magic.
You are joking.
It's your job, Slim. It's what you're paid to do.
Shove 'em.
Oh dear. Been working you too hard, have I? Tell you what, why don't you go and have a little cry to your mate Ronnie?
What are you talking about?
You think he's on your side, don't you? I'll tell you why he's here. He's here as Ted Riley's hatchet man. Who do you think they've got marked down for the chop? Right now, I am the only person between you and him. So I suggest you pick those up and get cracking. Slim.
Welcome. You have 5 new messages. First, new message.
It's over, Trevor. If you get this message, don't come. Because I won't be here.
What are you doing here?
Well, you weren't coming to me, were you?
I've been sweating blood all day trying to get out of here.
Poor you.
Is there any point to this?
Well, that's up to you, Trevor.
But you've already made up your mind, haven't you?
What are you talking about?
Look, I'm not completely dense. I know what's been going on.
How could you possibly know anything about what's been going on in my life recently?
I'm sure David could fill me in on that.
I'll try to put that remark down to the pressure that Ronnie tells me you've been under.
Oh, and what's he been telling you?
What, for one thing, how hard you've been trying to come to the funeral today. I was thankful for that, but now I'm starting to think the only reason you wanted to be there was to keep an eye on David and me.
After all the time you've been spending with him, what else am I supposed to think?
What? That I was running after the husband of my best friend. My best friend who died, Trevor. Is that really how your mind works?
Then why say it's over between us?
When?
On the phone, your message.
I said it was over.
Yes.
Over. The funeral, Trevor. I was telling you that the funeral was over. Carrie was in the ground. David was in pieces. I was in pieces. A major part of my life had been buried with my closest friend. It was all over. And still no sign of my husband. I needed you to be there, Trevor. I needed you to be with me.
I'm sorry.
I'll wait for you by the car. If you're not there in 15 minutes, I'll assume you're working late.
I thought you'd left with Judy.
I'm just going to meet her.
Good.
I kept her waiting around long enough today.
Well, I'll keep this short.
Here comes.
I'm going to recommend that you take some time off.
I know you're doing your job, Ronnie, and I appreciate that you're trying to make it easier, but I'll save you the trouble. I quit. My marriage is more important than anything this place can offer.
Well, I was about to say that when you come back, if it's okay with you, I was going to recommend to Ted Riley that you be considered for the post of branch manager.
Working alongside Steve Banker?
No, Steve Banker will be gone. I was brought in to investigate complaints about Steve, and I've seen enough. So, do I make the recommendation? It's up to you.
What, we don't knock anymore?
Just came to drop these by. You're going to have to do them yourself. I haven't got the time.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Before you go waddling off, Slim, isn't there something we need to get sorted here?
Let's just leave it, Steve. It's been a tough day.
Yeah, and it's not over yet. Until I say it is, and I want them sorted.
What you want, Banker, isn't my problem anymore.
They've given you the boot, haven't they?
Before I go...
They've finally given you the boot.
As this is my last chance, I want to ask you something.
Go ahead, Slim.
Why do you do it? Why do you spend so much energy whittling people down bit by bit? Is your own life so lacking? I mean, where do you think it'll get you to in the end? I mean, where?
Look around you. I don't do too bad.
You haven't a clue.
Says the fat man with no job and a wife with a face like a wet weekend.
You're not worth it.
It's extraordinary, it really is. The demands on the hospital for cardiothoracic treatment. I mean, just wading through the selection process is like the fifth labour of Hercules.
The what?
Clearing out the audience stables. Don't worry. It's just that for every, thanks. For every one that you send on their way in reasonable working order, you've got another 5, 6 or 7 who are, unfortunately, going to be disappointed.
Good day otherwise.
Oh, a breeze, yeah.
I do know what you mean though, Ferdy. We had this woman turn up at our place today. Proper distressed she was because she still hadn't heard about operation. Barbara Cross? I think it's one of yours.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Anyway, all she wanted was a bit of care and she actually got bawled at by one of her doctors.
Well, they were probably having a bad day.
All your doctors don't have the sensitivity of us nurses. Right then, what should we start with? Champagne?
Champagne? Are we celebrating?
Oh, no, worth it.
misbehaved. I can't even begin. I don't know what to say.
If you'd been there for me today, I think I could have coped a bit better.
Things will be different.
Right.
No, I don't expect you to believe me. But they will.
What? Promise?
They've offered me a management position.
Just what you need, more responsibilities.
I haven't given them an answer.
What are you going to say?
That's up to you. Come here.
Cheers.
Cheers. Delicious. Unbelievable.
What is?
Oh, this patient I had in today. The lovely Alf Burnage, right, had the cheek to call me.
Take your time.
Had the cheek to call me a witch doctor.
That's a promotion.
Don't laugh, it's not funny. People like that are so ignorant.
Well, I'm sure you chastise him accordingly.
Actually, I was very professional. Anyway, I didn't responsible for giving him heart failure. He's to have an operation at your place.
Well, I'll watch out for him.
Yeah, he should be shot. Right then, what are we having?
More remarkable stories from the Brain Hospital tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Next today on BBC1, the assassination of President Kennedy. Only a small case then for Jessica Fletcher.